At Lewis and Clark School District, the new school year brings some changes. Crystal Quao joins us to tell us more. Crystal?
Good evening, Joe. The school will hold 200 students from K-12, and they're trying something new this year. High school principal Jacob Jenkins says the 4th, 5th, and 6th grade teachers will take on a subject. Instead of them teaching all of the subjects to their class, one teaches math, one teaches language, arts, one teaches reading. He says the students will have the same teacher for that subject for up to 3 years.
So we can track that development and really hone in on what they need and how we can support them. And so we're excited about that.
Apart from academic changes, they are going to continue their Bomber Buddy program, which allows high schoolers to volunteer for a buddy from K to 4th grade. The first day of school for the district is the 17th. Back to you, Joe.
All right, thank you so much for that report, Crystal.